He came down with the flu, and we thought nothing of it. We had no reason to think that a 6-year-old boy who was perfectly healthy would have a heart attack.
It was just an ordinary flu bug, but it made Colton Boechler of Vancouver so sick, he was admitted to BC Children's Hospital. That's where Colton suddenly went into cardiac arrest a day later. The flu virus had attacked his heart.
The nurse gave me a mask and I held it over his mouth and I'm trying to say, "Breathe, Colton, breathe." I think he was trying at that point. It was so surreal. And then I just remember 8 doctors surrounding the bed and I was in complete shock. I believe someone told me later I was as white as a ghost.
After 90 minutes of CPR, Colton had still not revived, and he was placed on a heart-lung bypass machine called ECMO. The ECMO machine kept Colton alive, but just barely, as his heart was still not working, and his lungs and kidneys soon shut down as well.
I didn't think he was going to make it. It was very, very surreal. It was very numbing. Very numbing. Feels like your world stops. Yeah. And life's never the same.
They kept saying that we should prepare for the worst. The first 10 days we spent in the waiting room at the hospital, and we'd wake up every few hours to see how he's doing.
Colton hovered between life and death for 4 long weeks. Slowly, Colton's organs began to work again. After nearly 100 days in ICU, he was finally able to go home. His younger brother, Braden, was so traumatized by the ordeal that he didn't speak outside of their home for the entire next year. As for Colton, his heart was still weak and his lung function was only at 30%. No one knew if Colton would ever be an active boy again.
First time he came to the clinic in a wheelchair because he couldn't even walk. And then, and about a month later, he came in with a big smile on his face because he'd walked from the car to here, about 100 yards. And then another month, he's sort of running in.
3, 2, 1, go.
3 years later, both Colton and Braden have recovered. Colton is even strong enough to once again take part in his favorite activity, hockey.
We'll run into people from the hospital, and they'll say, "Hockey? Really? He's playing hockey?" I go, "Yep," and enjoying every minute of it. So they're quite shocked to see that he's come that far.
It's amazing. Best word to describe it.
Good job, boys. Well done. Great job, guys. Everybody up,
And look straight ahead.
Nobody knows why a regular flu bug stopped Colton's heart. Researchers at Children's Hospital are studying why some kids' immune systems can't handle everyday viruses. One thing is certain, Colton survived against incredible odds.
Sure, he is a miracle. And it is beyond the ability of science to describe and explain how he has gone from this terribly injured, damaged youngster surviving to a child who's on the track team.
I kept saying to people that we know Colton, and he's a fighter. He's a redhead.
Okay.
And
very determined.
If anybody's going to make it, it's going to be him.
We definitely will always need children's until Colton's 18. For both of our children, for the rest of our life, we never know what's down the road, and I know we'll always need them.